SplashCast enables brands and media companies to take their content that they would typically traditionally have on their destination website and distribute it out within social networks. We view social networks like MySpace and Facebook as huge cable networks that are devoid of content, and they rely on third-party content providers to fill the system. Facebook and MySpace are essentially the pipes. SplashCast provides the medium for delivering the content to users within social networks, and then for it to spread socially. So we work with media companies like SonyBMG, Universal Music, Warner Brothers, EMI, PBS, NPR, MTV, to take their content and get it distributed. We also work with brands like Nike, Red Bull, Converse, and provide a marketing platform for them, because these are brands that have great, compelling content that is relevant and very compelling to the youth and young adult market within the social networks. So it's a marketing platform for them to have channels of content that people can put on their page that shows that they are supporters of that brand, but also get great entertainment value and can share with their friends. And it's a real counterweight to conventional advertising within social networks, which is banner ads, which just are not performing very well at all. So it's an alternative way for brands to become part of the conversation that happens within social networks and spread socially. The technology is widget based in terms of the front end consumer experience. It's a branded media player that people put on their page. But there's also a lot of depth in technology on the back end as far as content management and programming of content. Any SplashCast channel could have thousands of hours of content in it potentially, and it's managed in a more enterprise fashion.
Okay, Michael, so let me ask you this. I think our viewers are becoming more aware of the value and power of widgets and the presence in social media. But how are widgets propagated, and how do they get shared, and how do you tell a publisher or a marketer that you can have a successful widget campaign? Like, how does it get distributed? How does it become effective?
Yes, there's lots of different techniques. Typically with media content and partners that we're working with, there's an existing audience online. And there's destination websites where you can seed the widget and expose it to the audience, and then the audience can take it and put it onto their page, and it spreads socially from there. Typically what we see is once you get a footprint of about 10,000 installs, then the SplashCast sort of rule of thumb is you start to see a 2 to 3x increase in distribution simply from the viral, organic social interaction that happens around it. So for us, what we've learned is media alone, just straight passive media consumption, is not enough for content to spread. You need to have social hooks and interaction embedded within the content to really get it to spread and take advantage of the social graph within the social networks.
Tell us about the value proposition for your company, how you make money, what's the upside there?
Yeah, so when we work with media companies, again, the music companies, the TV production companies, the MTVs, the SonyBMGs, we sell sponsorships into their channel. So as an example, with SonyBMG and Zomba label group in particular, we have about 20 of their artists that have SplashCast channels, and we're now in partnership with them to share revenue 50-50 on sponsorship deals that we sell to brands.